guys and gals, what's crack-a-lackin'? Spicy here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I want to talk about my brand new chainsaw that I got. I actually have never, or I didn't know that Craftsman made a chainsaw. I am needing a chainsaw. Been needing one for quite some time now. And went to Tractor Supply and looked at a few chainsaws. They had a couple, but the only ones they had was the Husqvarna, and those was way out of my price range at the moment. So we went over to Atwood's, and Atwood's had several different kinds. They had the Poland, and they had some Husqvarna and stuff like that, and a couple other brands. Well, then I seen this Craftsman 2-cycle 18-inch bar 42cc motor, and looking at the price, this was the same price as the Poland, but the Poland was a little bit shorter bar on it. So I went with the Craftsman. This at Atwood's was $170. Now you may say, well, that's kind of cheap for a chainsaw. This is gas powered. This ain't electric. They did have some battery powered chainsaws, but I ain't trying to deal with a battery powered chainsaw. So I picked this up, and I want to test it out and see how it's going to work, if it's going to do what I need to do. I'm not looking to chop down no big old 100-year-old tree, but for some of the things we got around here, limbs and some of the smaller trees that we need to cut down, and some of the ones that have fell, we need to get chopped up. We don't have a chainsaw, so I need to get one. So we're going to go in. I'm going to open this up, and we're going to talk about it for just a second, and then we'll see how good this thing runs. Open this thing up. I've done had it open, so this ain't an unboxing, but I was to show you how it comes in the box. But it comes with a hard case, so that's awesome. All you need to do after you run the chainsaw, clean it up real good, put it in your case, out of the weather, and the chainsaw will last you, no matter how much you paid for it. But it comes in a nice case. Open it up. Now I've done watched a bunch of videos on chainsaws before I got this chainsaw, just to see which one I wanted. But the chainsaw here comes out, the little sheath for the blade there comes out and puts back in there. And now your case, you set it to the side, and here's your chainsaw. Pretty nice, pretty lightweight, and it is great. So come with a little operator manual. I did take time actually and read over this whole entire manual. I've ran chainsaws before, but I've never had one of my own. And with this one, I wanted to familiarize myself with the chainsaw, all the functions that goes along with it. So I went through the whole entire owner's manual to know all the little bells and whistles on this thing. But this chainsaw is pretty much a self-explanatory chainsaw. If I didn't have this, looking at this chainsaw, it has all the directions you need to run this thing. Alright, so let's get up close and personal with this chainsaw right quick. Put the instructions over. Like I said, this thing is pretty lightweight. Yes, I know I need to tighten up the bar. I was messing with loosening and tightening the bar up, or the chain up, so I know that's way too loose. But right here on the top of the chainsaw, it tells you what to do step by step to crank it up. This thing has no problem cranking up. Follow steps and boom, it's cranked up. So you got your bar and chain oil reservoir here, your gas reservoir here. This little hole right there is a little throttle, up and down throttle. On the other side, your little screw right here, this is to loosen and tighten up your chain, the tension on your chain. And then up under here on this side, there's a little screw right up under there that lets how much oil goes onto your chain. Other than that, you got your release here for the chain. Click it out. Your chain's not going to run. Pull it. Your chain's going to spin. This is a 2-cycle engine, little motor, so you have to mix the gas. I am very comfortable with all the boat motors and motors and little weed eaters and stuff like that. I'm very comfortable mixing my own gas. I got a little 1-gallon gas can, and they sell the little 2-cycle little motor oil little cartons like that, and one of those to 1 gallon of gas, and that's the mixture that you need for your 2-cycle motor. If you don't feel comfortable mixing your own gas, you can. They do sell pre-mixed gas like this. This is 40-to-1 2-cycle fuel. You can get this, but the price of this and the price of a gallon of gas, yeah, I'll just mix my own gas. Other than that, what you need is some bar and chain oil. This is enough bar and chain oil to freaking cut down a forest. So that's what you need there. Other than that, that's all I needed to get this chainsaw up and going. Now, watching some videos and stuff like that, whenever you get a new chainsaw, they said that you need to do a heat cycle to get all the metals in your motor and everything, wear it in together. I've done that. I've had this running. I crunk it up after I put fuel and oil and everything in there. I crunk it up. We ran it for a little bit. I messed with the bar, the tension on the bar and stuff like that. So I've had this running 2 or 3 times already. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to crank this thing up. Alright, so right now, before I get everything cranked up, I'm wanting to tighten up my chain a little bit. That's not tightening, I need to go the other way. It come with this little, I call it a chainsaw wrench, but it come with this, and pretty much that's all you need for your chainsaw. To get the nuts off, to get your bar off, it's got a little flathead on it so you can do all your screws and stuff. Now, running your chainsaw as you're cutting, which I've learned from experience of running chainsaws, you need to keep an eye on the tension of the chain. As you're cutting, it's going to loosen up, so you're going to have to, you'll have to tighten up throughout cutting wood. But starting off with your chain at the right tension is a good thing to do. Alright, like I was telling you, it's got your directions to do how to crank it up. On a cold, when it's cold and you haven't used it, do every step. Warm, it says do 1, step 3, step 6, and then step 7. So what we got to do is turn it on. Little bulb right here, push the bulb 10 times. Pull the choke. Give it a few cranks. Push the choke back off, and then give it some cranks and it'll crank back up. Whenever I click this forward, the chain don't move. When I pull it, and then turn it off, you just turn it off. When I first cranked it up, when I first got it, I did set the tension to the bar so it have a little bit of slack there. And whenever I hit it, boom, 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 the chain was spinning and it kind of stopped, but it wouldn't free spin. And I was thinking, like, man, that's kind of, the chain's still kind of tight, but that's not the problem. I've watched some other videos after I cranked it up, and they all say that it does that. It's not that the chain's too tight, it's just that's how it runs. So I thought it was something wrong with the chainsaw, and it's not. So if you do end up getting one like this, just know that whenever you gas on it and you let off the gas, the bar stops like it's in a bind. Zzz, zzz, and it's not. It's just the way that the motor runs. But this thing, I mean, obviously it's brand new, so it's gonna crank up first one, but it cranks up perfect. Couple pulls, especially when it's cold, couple pulls with the choke on, turn choke off, couple pulls, and it cranks right up. Again, it's a new chain, a new chainsaw. But if you take care of it, every time I go out and cut something, if I clean it up and then put it into the case and don't leave it out in the weather, throw it in the back of my truck, you're going to keep it going. So for the price I paid for it, looking at everything so far, this thing is a great chainsaw. So what I want to do is, I got a tree that has fell. I'm going to go do some chopping on it. Let's see how good it cuts. That was awesome. Now, yes, it was awesome. I got a brand new chain on there. Let's see how long that chain lasts being sharp. That was great. Now, when I was cutting the log, I kind of used my chain, or my bar, it's 18 inches. I kind of use that to measure how long I cut these boards, because I'm going to split this up and put it on the porch for the firewood. Even though this tree fell, well, we kind of pushed it over. It is still very solid. It's going to be great for firewood. So I use my bar to measure how long my pieces are going to be. And after I make a couple cuts, I can eyeball it then. I did not cut all the way through the wood. I'll get the tractor out here later, pick it up and chop, move the chain down, pick it up, chop. But I didn't go all the way through because I didn't want to, go into the dirt. That's not good. You don't want your chain to go into the dirt. You're going to mess up your chain, you're going to mess up your bar. It's going to put wear and tear on everything that you don't need. So don't be chopping into the dirt. So I just kind of went halfway, probably 3/4 of the way through the wood. That'll be good enough. But man, it's great. Like I said, it's lightweight, so I'm not carrying around a 40-pound husk of iron trying to chop down this little tree. For the amount that I paid for this chainsaw, I am very pleased with it. I am very interested to see how long, the newness, not the newness, but how good it's going, how good it cranks, how good the chain goes, how good it runs. I'm very interested to see how long that goes. Obviously, I'm not going to do it in this video because that's going to take several months of using it to see how it goes. But like right now, I'm not going to do any more today because I got some things to do out in the garden, and then I got another little project that I'm working on, so I need to get started on that today. But I'll take this into the shop, take the blower, I'll blow all this dust out of it, clean everything off of it, put it back in the case. After it cools down, I'm not going to stick it in the case with it being hot, but after it cools down, I'll stick it in the case, put it up in the shop out of the weather, and that's going to help with the longevity of your motor, of your saw, your blade, everything. It's going to help. If you keep it clean and keep it put up, your stuff's going to last. And don't let people borrow it. No, sir. I told a buddy of mine, man, you got me a chainsaw. He's like, great, man, I need to come over and borrow it. No, sir, you cannot. I'll come and help you chop something up, but you ain't come to get my brand new chainsaw, take it and tear it up and bring it back and say, hey, that thing don't work very good. No, it ain't happening. But with little projects around the yard, like this tree that fell, or that we pushed down, limbs that we need to chop up around to clean up these trees around here, not only do I need it for that, but like as you can see behind me, we got all these woods right here. I need to do a little bit of thinning, and I need some little small pine saplings, probably about 3 inches in diameter, so I'm going to use this, chop that down, which is going to suck for the blade. I'll do really good cleaning with all that pine sap. But at my other property, I need to get some stuff cleaned up for hunting. Over here I need to get stuff cleaned up for hunting. Chainsaw is what you need. $170, I think $180 is what I paid for this chainsaw. And with everything that it does, says, runs, I think I'm going to get my money, you know, more than my money worth out of it. So that's what I want to do. I want to show you the new chainsaw I got. I'm super excited, so I want to let y'all know about it. And show y'all this little chainsaw and how good it runs. I think I told my buddy about it, and he was like, man, I've never knew that, you know, Craftsman had a chainsaw, or if they did, he didn't really even take a chance to look at it, because, I mean, it's Craftsman. You wouldn't think they'd make chainsaws like Husqvarna or, oh, what's that other one? Steel. Like Steel makes chainsaws. So, I didn't really see any Steels at Tractor Supply or at Woods. So I didn't even really get a chance to look at those and their prices. But Husqvarna, man, they are proud of their stuff. I think 18-inch bar, 42cc motor was like 350 bucks. Now, can't spend that much. So yes, guys and gals, finally got me a chainsaw. I've never had one. I've ran some before, but I've never had one of my own. So now, anytime I need to do something, I don't have to wait or try to find somebody to get a chainsaw. Got one right here to use. If you have used a Craftsman chainsaw or heard of Craftsman chainsaw, leave in the comment section down below what you think about it. What do you think about the price? And how long do you think that this will actually be a good chainsaw? Like I said, with me taking care of it, cleaning it up. What's your opinion on this chainsaw? Leave it down in the comment section below. Guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned, because tomorrow we're going to be bringing back another video. Yes, what are you doing, Spicy? Another video day after day? Well, let me tell you why. Because I'm off work because of this COVID-19 K-Roni stuff. I'm out of work right now. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So I got plenty of time to do everything, talk to y'all, and I want to bring y'all along on my day-to-day of being quarantined at my place here. Well, I got plenty of things to keep me busy. So thank y'all so much for watching. Hope y'all follow along with my other videos, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Until then, remember, everybody has a little backwoods in them. I'll catch you later.